In the small town of Ravenswood, renowned for its haunted legends, a pizza delivery driver named Jake found himself assigned a delivery that would forever change his life. The clock struck midnight as he received an order to deliver a pizza to an old, abandoned house located on the outskirts of town. Reluctantly, Jake embarked on the eerie journey, the wind howling through the barren trees, setting an ominous tone. As Jake arrived at the dilapidated house, its decaying facade loomed before him, whispering secrets of the past. The air grew thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the creaking of the house's ancient floorboards. A shiver ran down his spine as he approached the weathered front door. Hesitant, Jake reached out and pushed the door open, revealing a dimly lit interior. A foreboding chill enveloped him as strange sounds echoed through the hallway. Ignoring the uneasy feeling gnawing at his gut, he stepped inside, shutting the door behind him. Almost immediately, a sense of unease washed over Jake. The walls seemed to whisper, and shadows danced in the corners of his vision. It became evident that he was not alone in this forsaken place. The house was infested with vengeful spirits, trapped within its walls and seeking to ensnare anyone foolish enough to enter. With each step, Jake ventured deeper into the bowels of the haunted house, his heart pounding in his chest. Unseen forces tugged at his clothes, and ghostly moans echoed in his ears. The spirits, angered by their eternal imprisonment, sought to claim his soul as their own. Determined to survive, Jake mustered every ounce of courage. He devised a plan to outwit the malicious spirits, using his knowledge of the town's legends. He discovered that the spirits were bound to the house, unable to leave its premises. Drawing upon this knowledge, Jake searched for a way to break the cycle of their entrapment. With trembling hands, he found an old diary hidden beneath a floorboard. The diary contained the tragic tale of a family who had once lived in the house, consumed by their own darkness. Jake discovered that the key to freeing the spirits lay in unraveling the mysteries surrounding their demise. As the midnight hour approached, Jake pieced together the fragments of the family's story, uncovering their deepest secrets and the unresolved pain that bound them to the house. With this newfound understanding, he embarked on a dangerous quest to right the wrongs of the past, hoping to grant the spirits the peace they so desperately sought. In a race against time, Jake performed a ritual passed down through generations, invoking the power of love and forgiveness. The spirits, no longer fueled by rage, but by a glimmer of hope, gradually faded away, their tormented souls finally finding solace. With the spirits gone, the house became still, as if exhaling a collective sigh of relief. Jake, exhausted but victorious, made his way to the front door, stepping back into the night, forever changed by his encounter with the supernatural. News of his courageous ordeal spread throughout Ravenswood, forever etching his name into the town's folklore. From that day forward, Jake, the pizza delivery driver who confronted the haunted house, became a symbol of bravery, reminding everyone to tread cautiously in the presence of the paranormal. And so, the tale of the Phantom's delivery echoed through the ages, serving as a haunting reminder that even the most ordinary tasks can lead to extraordinary encounters in the realm of the unknown. On a moonless night in the small town of Harrowbrook, situated on the outskirts of civilization, a pizza delivery driver named Mia received a peculiar order. It was late, and the streets were cloaked in darkness as she read the address, a remote cemetery that sent shivers down her spine. An uneasy feeling settled within her, but duty called, and she reluctantly embarked on the eerie journey. As Mia's car rolled through the winding path leading to the desolate graveyard, the air grew heavy with a foreboding silence. The distant howls of the wind seemed to whisper secrets of the afterlife. She parked near the entrance, her heart pounding, unsure of what awaited her. As she stepped out of her car, the hallowed ground felt chillingly alive beneath her feet. Her breath hitched in her throat when she saw a figure shrouded in black standing beside a freshly dug grave. The figure's eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity as they beckoned Mia closer. Reluctantly, Mia approached, clutching the pizza box tightly. The figure, their face hidden beneath a hood, held out a hand, revealing an ancient-looking coin. The voice that escaped their lips sent a shiver down Mia's spine, cold as a specter's touch. "Payment," the figure whispered, their voice carrying an otherworldly timbre. Mia hesitated, the weight of the moment heavy upon her. With trembling hands, she accepted the coin and placed the pizza box on the gravestone as instructed. Just as Mia turned to leave, a cacophony of whispers and unearthly moans erupted from the surrounding graves. She felt the ground shift beneath her, as if the undead were stirring in their eternal slumber. Panic seized her heart, and she realized that the figure before her was not a living being but a malevolent spirit, bound to this cursed cemetery. Fear propelled Mia forward, her senses heightened as she darted through the labyrinth of gravestones. Ghostly hands reached out from the shadows, grasping at her, while ethereal figures chased her relentlessly. Mia fought to keep her sanity intact as the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. Desperation guided her every move as she searched for an escape. In her frantic journey, Mia discovered a crumbling mausoleum, its doors ajar, beckoning her to take refuge within its crumbling walls. She entered, gasping for breath, the spirits howling their displeasure from outside. Within the eerie embrace of the mausoleum, Mia stumbled upon a forgotten journal, its pages filled with tales of curses and lost souls. She discovered the secret to appeasing the restless spirits, a sacred incantation passed down through generations, said to bind the undead and banish them from the mortal realm. With trembling hands, Mia recited the incantation, her voice filled with equal parts fear and determination. The air crackled with energy as the spirits wailed, their power weakening. The ground rumbled beneath her feet as their hold on reality faltered. In a surge of ethereal light, the spirits dissipated, their malevolent presence lifted from the cemetery. Exhausted but triumphant, Mia emerged from the mausoleum, her eyes greeted by the first rays of dawn breaking through the horizon. Word of Mia's harrowing encounter spread throughout Harrowbrook, forever etching her name in the town's history. Her resilience and resourcefulness became the stuff of legend, a tale whispered among locals who ventured near the cemetery's cursed grounds. From that night on, the cemetery became a place shunned by the townsfolk, its secrets guarded by Mia's valiant act. And as for Mia, the experience left an indelible mark on Mia's soul. No longer content with a mundane existence, she delved into the realms of the supernatural, seeking knowledge and understanding of the forces that lay beyond the veil of life. Mia became an avid researcher of the occult, dedicating her life to unraveling the mysteries of the paranormal. She opened her own bookstore, aptly named Whispers of the Shadows, where she curated an extensive collection of ancient texts, grimoires, and artifacts. Her store became a sanctuary for those seeking answers to the unexplained, drawing both the curious and the troubled souls who sought solace in the world beyond. Mia's reputation grew, attracting individuals who shared her experiences or sought her guidance. She became a beacon of hope for those plagued by the supernatural, offering advice, performing rituals, and lending a sympathetic ear to those who found themselves entangled in the mysteries of the unseen. Her encounters with the malevolent spirit in the cemetery had forged Mia into a warrior of the shadows, and she embraced her role with unwavering resolve. Armed with her knowledge and an unyielding determination, she ventured into the darkest corners of the paranormal, battling vengeful entities and protecting the innocent from their clutches. Over time, Mia became a guardian of the town, fighting against the encroachment of darkness that threatened to consume Harrowbrook. She formed alliances with others who possessed similar gifts or insights, forming a tight-knit group known as the Custodians of the Veil. Together, they stood as a bulwark against the malevolent forces that sought to disturb the delicate balance between the living and the dead. But amidst her battles and victories, Mia never forgot the haunted cemetery that had sparked her transformation. She made it her mission to ensure the spirits resting there found peace. Through her research and connection to the supernatural, she discovered the nameless souls buried within and meticulously unearthed their forgotten stories. In a poignant ceremony, Mia performed a rite of redemption, releasing the trapped spirits from their tormented existence. As the last ethereal remnants faded away, she felt a surge of gratitude and closure. The cemetery, once a place of dread, became a symbol of her triumph and the resilience of the human spirit. Mia's journey continued, her adventures intertwining with the enigmatic tapestry of the paranormal. With every encounter, she unraveled more secrets, deepening her understanding of the realms beyond mortal comprehension. Her legacy grew, inspiring future generations to explore the boundaries of the unknown and confront the darkness that lurked within. And so, Mia's story became a legend in its own right, whispered among the seekers of truth and those who dared to venture into the shadows. Her tale served as a reminder that even in the face of terrifying encounters, the human spirit could transcend fear and harness the power to bring light to the darkest of realms. In the depths of a moonlit forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets, a pizza delivery driver named Alex embarked on a treacherous journey. They received a late-night order, beckoning them to a remote cabin hidden away from civilization. As they approached the dimly lit cabin, an unsettling atmosphere settled upon their senses, raising the hair on the back of their neck. The door swung open with a creak, revealing a peculiar and unnerving customer who stood before them. The customer's eyes bore into Alex's soul, their interest in their well-being seemingly excessive. An unspoken unease settled within Alex, but they dismissed it as nerves and pressed forward, determined to fulfill their duty. Inside the cabin, a flickering lantern cast eerie shadows upon the walls, revealing an assortment of bizarre and grotesque items. Curiosity mingled with dread as Alex's eyes darted from the macabre artwork to strange contraptions that seemed ominously reminiscent of torture devices. Nervously, Alex handed over the pizza, their gaze fixed upon the customer's face. But as the customer's gnarled fingers grazed the pizza box, a wicked smile played upon their lips. Their demeanor shifted, revealing their true nature, a cannibal driven by insatiable hunger. Panic surged through Alex's veins as the reality of the situation unfolded before their eyes. The cabin, once a haven for secrets, now served as a sinister trap. Survival instincts kicked in as adrenaline coursed through their body, fueling their determination to escape the clutches of this cannibalistic predator. Using their wit and resourcefulness, Alex scanned the cabin for a means of defense. They spotted a rusty fire poker leaning against the stone fireplace and swiftly snatched it up, clutching it tightly in their trembling hands. The game of cat and mouse had begun. The cannibal lunged forward, driven by their insidious desires, while Alex skillfully evaded their grasp. With each nimble move, Alex sought openings, looking for a moment of vulnerability. They exploited the cannibal's overconfidence, striking with calculated precision whenever an opportunity presented itself. As the battle raged on, the cabin became a frenzied battleground. Furniture toppled, shattered glass scattered across the floor, and the air filled with the sounds of struggle and desperate gasps for breath. The cannibal's savage hunger clashed with Alex's indomitable will to survive. With a final, decisive blow, Alex incapacitated the cannibal, buying precious seconds to escape the cabin's claustrophobic grip. In a heartbeat, they tore open the cabin door and sprinted into the surrounding darkness, their heart pounding in their ears. But the ordeal was far from over. The dense woods became an ominous labyrinth, filled with unseen dangers lurking in the shadows. Alex navigated through the thicket, guided by a mix of instinct and sheer determination, knowing that their survival depended on outsmarting both the cannibal and the unforgiving wilderness. Hours turned into eternity as Alex pushed their body to its limits, adrenaline serving as their sole companion. The sound of pursuit echoed in the distance, driving them forward with renewed urgency. In their darkest moments, when all hope seemed lost, a sliver of moonlight illuminated a path to freedom. With one final burst of energy, Alex broke through the forest's grasp, stumbling upon a road where civilization beckoned. Summoning their last reserves of strength, they flagged down a passing vehicle, their voice filled with desperation and relief as they pleaded for help. As the vehicle sped away, carrying Alex to safety, the realization of their harrowing encounter settled upon them. They had emerged from the clutches of the cannibal, scarred but alive, forever. Haunted by the memories of that night. The experience had etched itself into their very core, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of the mundane. In the aftermath, Alex's life took a drastic turn. No longer content with the ordinary, they became a staunch advocate for self-defense and personal safety. They devoted themselves to learning various forms of martial arts, honing their skills to protect not only themselves, but also others who may find themselves in perilous situations. Driven by their traumatic encounter, Alex took it upon themselves to raise awareness about the dangers lurking in the shadows. They became a vocal advocate against violence, organizing workshops and speaking engagements to educate others on self-defense techniques and situational awareness. Their story spread far and wide, reaching the ears of those who had faced similar horrors or felt the weight of vulnerability. Alex's bravery inspired others to confront their own fears, empowering them to take control of their lives and refuse to be victims. But while they fought for justice and safety, a part of Alex remained forever scarred. They wrestled with nightmares, plagued by the haunting image of the cannibal's malevolent grin. In an attempt to find solace and closure, they sought therapy and connected with support groups, sharing their experiences with fellow survivors who understood the depths of their pain. Over time, the nightmares began to fade, replaced by a newfound strength and resilience. Alex transformed their trauma into a catalyst for change, channeling their energy into creating safe spaces and advocating for survivors' rights. Their voice grew louder, reaching influential circles and prompting policymakers to reevaluate laws and regulations surrounding personal safety. The cannibal's cravings may have left scars on Alex's body and soul, but they refused to be defined by their past. They embraced their survival as a testament to the human spirit's indomitable nature, bound to help others find their own light in the darkness. As the years passed, Alex's efforts bore fruit. Their story became a symbol of triumph and resilience, a beacon of hope for those who had faced unimaginable horrors. The cannibal became a distant memory, a reminder of the strength they had found within themselves. And so, Alex continued their journey, walking the path of a survivor-turned-advocate, carrying the lessons learned from that fateful night deep within their heart. Their mission remained steadfast, to empower others, to ensure that no one would ever be prey to the cannibals of the world, and to remind them that their strength could turn the tables on even the most insidious of foes.